Welcome to another Lexa tutorial. Today we'll be discussing matter processes. This popular feature allows you to manage client expectations and streamline your internal process management. This tutorial focuses on creating a matter process and linking it to an active matter. These functions can only be performed by supervisor users, but please feel free to contact the Lexa team for more information on the supervisor users within your organization. If we click on the Matter Processes link, it will display a list of all processes created by the user or shared with this user. You can create a new process by clicking on the Add New Process button in the top right-hand corner, and as an example, we're going to create a matter process for summary judgment. So firstly, we enter the name of this process, a description for this process. Remember, this description is only internally visible. So only on this list where you see all your matter processes will you be able to see this description. It's not client-facing. Choose a color that represents your matter process as a whole, and then select Active by default. If you select your visibility as internal only Lexa users within your organization, in other words, your team members can see it. Alternatively, if you select Visible to Everyone, clients can also see it. The Organization's Allowed function makes it possible to create a process once and give many users in your organization access to that process. Only the user who created the process, in other words, the owner of the process, can make changes to it. But all supervisor users in the allowed organization can use this process to link it to their active matters. This is useful in large organizations where there's a need for standardization. You've now created a process. Next, we need to create each of the steps in the process. Each step in a process needs to be created and added individually. You need to provide a name and a description. The description cannot be seen by the client, but it is used to elaborate on the name in order to make the step easily identifiable for the practitioner. Comments can be seen by clients. You don't have to insert a default comment, but it's very useful to guide your team as to what type of comment you would expect them to insert when a certain step in the process is reached. Percentage completed helps you to determine where in the process you are once this step is reached. You can select a different color for each step in the process or keep them all the same as the process as a whole. You can choose whether you want a change in a process step to be shown on the timeline or not. For now, leave out the next steps. Just click Add to create this step in the process. Once we've created all the steps, we will come back to each one and set the sequence of the steps. You can now follow this pattern and do the same for creating all the steps in your process. As you can see, we've added all the steps in our process, so now let's put them in the correct order. Click on the spanner, click Edit, and select the steps that follow this step. Something important to take notice of is that there can be more than one potential next step after this step. This is very useful if you have complex processes with more than one alternative next step. Repeat for each step. Once you've set all the next steps, your matter process is complete. To summarize, first we created the matter process, then we added all the steps, and then we went back into each step and set the next steps.